Yeah, without this whole campaign up, which is like the fucking smartest shit ever. But like, I don't know. Like, I could see how a label would just blunder it, and it would be like they'd have like a problem where like everybody figures it out, and then it's not cool. Whereas I feel like your
Well, that's
puzzle
the
is gonna
thing.
be hard.
But
Or
that's why I'm no longer a priority. Like I didn't like at first I was like really gung ho thinking that it would be great to have a label behind me. So not having a label behind me makes me like I thought like yo it validated me, and then after I figured out that it didn't validate me because everything I was doing on my own. I figured out I just got to figure out a bigger machine on how to do it on my own because they were a beautiful group. Like they nurtured me. They gave me some good and like advice, but I don't even know how to put it. Like I just realized that everything that was being done for me, I could do on my own. Everything that they were asking of me, I could have done on my own, and like that's why I got to re-upload it. But I'm like, do I re-upload it on streaming services, which pays us like fucking disgusting pennies on a dime. Not even a penny on a dime. It's like I don't even know how you can go a thousandth of a penny. Like, but
Yeah.
they're giving us like hundreds of a penny on a dime on a penny rather, not even on a dime, but a penny on a penny. And God, that sounds whack saying that. Like these guys are not paying us anything. Fuck these
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers. We got to deal with them, and they're not giving us any money. And they're making billions of dollars on us. Why the fuck do we have to care about them? And now we have found a new way to not care about them.
Yeah.
They're gonna find a way to destroy that, but in the meantime, we can make some money off of it. All I care about is doing my shows, touring, and doing what the fuck I got to do to bring my energy to the people.
right.
Or-
If they don't understand that, if a label won't be able to understand that, I don't want them.
I definitely think it's a time where you can bypass labels if you have the kind of spirit you bring to the table.
Yeah.
You're willing to do the work though, and that's the
Yeah.
I
other
mean,
thing.
I don't think labels are like at all necessary anymore. Like like it's a necessity for like artists that want to be um doing certain amount of numbers and hitting a certain plateaus of legions of fans. A label's not really necessary outside of that. You know, you
but
need the machine for those things.
but you get those legions of fans, right? But at what cost? At what cost? They give you $1 million, but out of that $1 million, you might, if you're a good person who knows how to budget, you might walk away with 350,000 after paying everybody that you have to pay because they're going to get paid first. And if you know
Right.
how to handle your taxes and all that other stuff, you'll be able to write it off. We can do it ourselves, but we have to be comfortable joining together. I love the movement of the South. I think that the way the South move is absolutely insane. How not even insane. It's actually beautiful how
Hmm.
they are willing to work together and not
Uh-huh.
crab in a barrel each other. They don't want to pull each other down. They actually work together and push each other up. I'm willing to do like right now during the pandemic. I hate that I can't tour right now. Like touring is not my money maker because I got a business outside of that. But I would love to tour just to give this energy that I'm giving to
So,
you guys right
what do
now on a
you?
regular level.
If I can just ask you on that energy, so I'm pretty sure I saw you worked with Rascast at one point, and Rascast did a show in Alt Space VR last night that was gated. So they had tickets. It was like $10, and people showed up to the virtual reality show, and there were ticket sales made. I don't know how it went, but I know that it was last night that it was supposed to happen. And how do you feel about that whole universe?
I'm very uncomfortable with it because me performing that means that I have to change how I perform. So like Rascast is a fucking legend to me. Like what like he's one of those people I studied his lyrics. Like for me to be able to work with him was a milestone in my career. And it happened through the person who was, who did the production on the beat, because I didn't know him prior to that. Like my guy did, Maxwell Benson, and that made it work. But when I was able to sit down with him or talk to him, like he's always cordial, he's always good, which is it teaches me as an artist how to interact with other people. So when the whole digital thing is cool. Like if I was to do a digital show, I would have to adjust how I perform, because I have to worry about the platform of how it conveys through the computer, how it conveys through whatever's filming me. My live show is totally different. I have my live show is a different energy. Like I respond to the people. So for me to have to do a show digitally, it's weird, because I don't have anything to feed off of.
You
Yeah, no,
definitely
no feed
have
off
a
of.
bunch of little avatars with hands. It's not exactly
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
nah,
same.
that's
that
That's
part.
that's
not it. It's
I'm
not.
still gonna perform how I'm gonna perform. I'm still gonna perform like I'm in my rehearsal studio.
yeah. I
I'm
think
gonna
I
perform like
think
that.
I understand what you're trying to say though,
Mm.
because that's what I always thought about it, which is that like it's gonna be hard to replicate like the genuine energy that you feel inside of a concert, inside of a crowd, a show. You just need that personal interaction, you
I
know?
don't think that it's gonna last long. I think that it's gonna, by the end of the year, we're gonna have some concerts happen. I heard LA is opening up already, so that's a good thing. I might try to figure out how to get out there and do some shows. But I do believe that, like right now, my dude Leo Coltrane and my dude Crew Jones, who did that exclusive that I sent to you guys, they are doing something in New York City. It's called busking, and they are going to like random places, and they're just playing music. As long as you're not amplifying the music, you're going to be okay. Like if you amplify the music where you have like speakers and microphones, that you might get shut down. But these guys are just going different places and jamming, and it's weird because I have a rehearsal. The rehearsal studio is where I feel comfortable rehearsing my music. But now I get to rehearse in front of some people that I've never met before, who are actually paying attention to what I'm doing. It might be 10 to 15, 20, 100 people. Doesn't matter what it's going to be. When I'm performing, they're focused on me, and I get to feed off of that energy. But if I don't have that energy,
No, I can
I'm
relate.
okay. If there's one person watching me, I'm okay with that one person watching me, because I can work out my mistakes and my routine, and it would still translate to me in my brain as a show. It's almost like having like a phantom limb, and you got to just rub it a couple of times to make you feel like you have it. Like if you lost a limb or something like that. So me performing in front of one person, it makes me more comfortable performing in front of a million people if I'm performing in one person. To me, I equate it the same.
I totally get that. Honestly, I'm not really sure how I feel about VR performing either. I know that with Twitch, if I see the chat moving, I feel that energy like 80% of what it is to be on a stage in front of people. It's not like 100%, but seeing words gives me a sense of like emotional connection to the audience in a way that otherwise, I wouldn't like get from the VR thing. So I completely empathize again with what you're saying with that. Like it makes sense to me.